has to do with your health and literally has to do with your life. And even though we all wish for and dream of a truly democratic society where we have government and leadership that sincerely and genuinely work in the interest of the common good, you have to be alive to be able to take part in whatever activities will help us usher in such a situation in the country. And I believe my guest and I were having a conversation off air just a while ago, and he was asking how soon, well, in a manner of speaking, how soon or not we might have that kind of a situation. Well, however long it takes, you want to be in good health when that time does come. Definitely so. And in this hour, we're discussing workers' health and work-life balance. Workers' health and work-life balance. In case you're wondering what the heck does that mean, just stay tuned. You'll find out shortly. My guest is a doctor. He's Kingsley Douglas. He's a consultant, occupational and public health physician. But he'd rather just refer to him as Kingsley, and that works definitely. Kingsley, good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, Daryl, for having me. Great pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. So, workers' health and work-life balance. Now, when the show started today,
yes,
at 3 p.m.,
yes,
and usually when I start my show, I like to give a preamble, if you will, of matters that are going to be discussed on the show. And I was talking about this segment, this conversation we're having right now, and I talked about how, at least for most persons, rational thinking people, the goal, the dream, maybe get an education, and even if you don't get a formal education, equip yourself with some skill, get a job, work very hard, because the belief is, and maybe rightly so, the harder you work, the more successful you become. If you're working in a formal environment, your superiors see how hard you work, you get promoted, you make more money, you get to live in a fancy big house, ride a nice car because you have more money. Your kids get to go to nice school. You can even get to be able to afford going on holidays as well. And then you want to work even harder so you can improve those standards. Is there anything remotely wrong with that mindset or that thinking?
Well, I will start with working hard. What it literally means is not actually what it operationally means. Working hard is doing the best at what you do, being the best and doing the best at whatever you have picked to do. You see, you are in broadcast. Working hard is not about being inside this room till tomorrow. And that's the way people look at it. Working hard means, putting in your best at that little you do. That's into that little you do. That's working hard. It's not making sure you carry 10 cartons of beer at the same time, or 10 cartons of no. It's making the best use of that time that you're working. That's working hard. Now, there is nothing wrong with work. Work is a good thing. In fact, the best part of our productive and youthful life, we only work. Now, but the problem is, should we allow work make us ill, or should our job become a burden? Because even if you don't work, it's also not a good thing, because they say an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So it's a balance of work and your health. So what are you talking about?
So how does work make a person ill?
Oh, good.
I mean, you're familiar with the saying, I'm sure, that there's no food for lazy man.
No, there are three things. In fact, let me tell you, those you think are doing very well might actually be suffering, not physically, but mentally. Too much work. If you are underemployed, you're actually suffering. If you're overemployed, you're also suffering. I'll give you an example. You pick somebody like me and make your head of radio station. You have started punishing me already. I'm a medical doctor. I don't know anything about broadcast. The little I know is just what I'm seeing here. So when you use those radio station terminology, maybe people at home will start beating drums that I'm a general manager of this station. But when push comes to shove, you understand that I am already mentally suffering, even if I'm physically okay. So that's the painful part. Then there is the physical one. You're doing a job that you naturally should wear personal protective equipment. You're doing a job where you should do 8 hours, and you're doing, but rather than do 8, you're doing 12. You're doing a job where you are supposed to be off duty for 2 days, and they induce you with money to continue working. You've started punishing yourself, and it will have its effect on your health. Also, when merit is sacrificed on the altar of mediocrity, you've also started making somebody ill somewhere. So it has the cognitive, it has the psychomotor, it has the anthropometric, it also has the affective. So it's a combination, a cacophony of, or a mixed grill of a lot of things. But people only see the physical. But the biggest part of it is the social aspect. People are suffering quietly.
Does the end not justify the means? And I'm asking in this, from this standpoint. I mean, what would make a person suffer more? That the children are at home or are sent home from school because they're unable to pay their school fees, or that the landlord is threatening to throw you out because you're unable to fulfill your obligations to him by paying your rent, or that there is a blackout, your entire neighborhood, there's power, there's light, and you don't have because the PhD guys came to disconnect you yesterday, because you can't keep up with paying your power bills, and it's become outrageous, astronomical right now. So what's worse? Is it what I just painted right now, or what you're describing, that I'm working very hard so I can meet these needs? When I get that check, when I cash it, when I get the alert, doesn't that make up for whatever it is you're talking about right now?
You're very correct. And that's why we work. We work for 4 reasons. We work to have financial stability. We work to have social status. We work to have time. We also work to be healthy. Now, most jobs give you the first two, and that is status and the economic value of it. That's money. But most of the time, we sacrifice the latter two for the former, and that is your time and your health. And let me tell you, any job that robs you of the latter two is not worth it. It's not worth it. Because like you rightly said in your intro, somebody must be alive to earn a living. Now you took a 2-week holiday. Just compare being away for 2 weeks, no matter how your friends love you. You had peace for 2 weeks. You could just wake up and you were not thinking of something to rant about. You don't have this, you don't have that for 2 weeks. Holidays are good. It's a time to relax. Let out some steam. You met loved ones whom you rarely do because of your schedule, for one reason or the other. You're able to hook up with old friends. You're able to see your parents. You're able to go to places ordinarily your job will not allow you. That's what holidays do. But the moment this robbed, and for you to have been able to do that, you had time and you were strong enough to do so. So what we're saying is balance the two. Balance your work with your health.
How do we determine what constitutes balance? And I also say that against the following background. I read recently, I've forgotten what country it is, maybe some European or Scandinavian country, where for a couple of years now, or maybe months, I don't remember the facts exactly. They've been experimenting with shorter working hours and even fewer working days as well. So instead of 5 days, they reduce it to 4 days, and even the hours are reduced. So it's an experiment, that's some research work that's going on. And you discover that in many instances, not in all, the productivity of the workers even increased. So they are considering making that a national thing and going with that. So how do we determine, or who determines, or whose responsibility is it to fix what amounts to balance? How do you determine balance?
So that's part of this program, and that's what I do. every big establishment should have a clinic and should have an occupational health person to help them balance some of these things. I'll give you an example. I had a sabbatical in one of the oil companies 2 years ago. Now, the moment it's 4 p.m., if you like, be on that, just be looking at your screen or you're on that PC, and the ND asks you to do a job, that screen will go off. Tell you to go home. You can't work without the screen being on. So those who want to do eye service, that 4 o'clock, everybody goes. And I was shocked. And I asked them, because they have an occupational health service running. And they leave. That one was the first day I arrived there. There is some sort of ergonomic wristwatch they give to me. And that watch, after an hour of sitting down, it starts vibrating. And what it's telling you is to stand up, take a 15-minute walk or thereabout, go gist with people and come back, and sit down. If you don't do it, to keep vibrating till you stand from your seat. Then I walked somewhere to the back of, this is an oil company in this country, in this state. They have a table tennis board, frankly. They have what they call 11Cs, where they have tea and you can play with it. These are things that make you enjoy. And you are correct. Why can't we play with the number of hours? Reduce it a little and it will increase productivity. It's not how long, it's how well you work. That's the way it goes.
Well, what I'm asking you is, how do I determine what balance is? Because is balance the same for everyone?
No.
Or
no.
Does it depend on the job specification? Does it depend on the individual as well?
Job specification and the individual background. I'll give you another. But you are in radio, or you are in broadcasting, sorry. You work between 3, maybe 7.
Thereabouts.
Go on thereabouts. Fine. But I know you could resume early to put yourself together to go on air and all that. Now, it should be, and you do Monday to Friday. I have never heard you on radio on a Saturday or Sunday. I want to assume that's the day you go off. Your employers understand this, and that's why they know that you need to take some breather to be able to come back on Monday fresh. And while I was coming, I heard you say on Friday that Friday is your best. And I can tell you, behind that statement was because, oh, thank God it's Friday. You want to go home. So it's a balance of your job specification and the time that should be created for you to do other things. And what are those things? When you are here, you work hard. Please, when you play, also play hard. Now, I don't mean you should go drink like you also advised. Oh, it's going to go down this Friday. People would do it responsibly. That's one. 2, your job should not make you lose contact with loved ones. Your job shouldn't make you lose contact with friends. Your job shouldn't, and of course, I almost left that. Work-life balance tells you that your health comes first. I was in that clinic while I was doing this sabbatical. The moment you say you have a headache, your boss is letting you go. Now, you can take advantage of it. Oh, but they have a Gantt chart. There's a chart of task and deliverables. If by the end of the year you are not able to deliver on the task you set for yourself, or targets you set for yourself, you shouldn't expect a promotion. So if you want to play with it and all that, we wait for you at the other end. That's family. You first. The second is family. You dare not say that your son, daughter is ill in that compound. You are off to work. They will release you immediately. Nobody. In fact, the company goes as much as taking the pain to pick the child from the school to the clinic, and comes to pick the parent to that same clinic. But the parent will not sleep there because it's a good hospital. If you know, when you put these things in place, so it's family. So nothing. Your job shouldn't come between you and your family, you and your health, you must create time for the other things you should do. That's the balance we're talking about.
Let's talk about the employer here. I mean, that can happen in such an institution.
Yes.
Because the employers or the management or the owners have determined it to be so.
Yes.
And you said it's an oil company.
Yes.
They have a lot of resources to go around. So might that explain why they're able to do that? Because if you expect other businesses especially indigenous businesses, to do something similar. They might have a concern with the resources of every kind, and they may not be able to afford to let people go away when they have a headache, or let people go away when their children are not feeling well, or let people go away at a slightest excuse. They may not be able to afford that.
You know, we give the oil companies too much credit. You know why things seem to work well there? There is a reward punishment system in place, regardless of who you are. Recently, of course, you know, somebody somewhere in South Africa is having a jail term, and is sending the signal to everybody who wants to pilfer government money or disrespect court rulings. That's the signal. And the same thing happens. I keep telling people, if you can copy, it's not about money. It's not about money, I can tell you. And people should not think these oil chaps are as rich as... No, they're just a bunch of organized people. That's the difference.
How will an organization benefit from that? You respond to that, and we continue when we return from the break. It is at France 91.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. My guest is Kingsley Douglas. He's a consultant, occupational and public health physician. We're discussing workers' health and work-life balance. More when we return from the break, and the headlines at 5:30. Do please stay with us.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001.
Headline News.
Thanks, Dainton. Here are the headlines. Federal Inland Revenue Service seals NGDC corporate headquarters in Port Harcourt. Governor Wike insists state government not indebted to any bank. A River State government reopens all mill market after over 1 year. A kidnapped Kaduna police students regain freedom. A clergyman, Prophet TB Joshua, buried in his church in Lagos. On the foreign scene, police say foreign hit squad killed Haiti's president. Taliban captures major border crossings with Iran. In business, angry air passengers call out airline over alleged bullying in Abuja. In entertainment, Nollywood actor Jim Iyke advises Nigerians to filter movies before watching. In sports, England players Sunday. Thanks for listening.
Keeping up with political issues and developments around you, only on Nigeria Info.
Workers' work-life